So my son's been hounding me to go fishing for a while because he's been watching this YouTube channel called Outdoor Boys. So, turned out a good friend of mine, Redeem, has some private lakes that are full of fish. And then we caught a carp, so I thought I'd make some tacos. Start off, we need to slice up some cabbage, really thin for our coleslaw to put on the taco. So, you could use a white cabbage here as well, but I had a purple one at the grocery store, so I'm using purple cabbage. You just want to go ahead, slice it in half, get the core out. Now, because I'm going to be putting this on a taco, I'm going to be, I don't want big long strands of cabbage, so I'm going to cut these in a quarter like that, and we'll just go through and cut this as thin as possible. All my cabbage is sliced up and into this bowl here. Now we're going to make the dressing. So I've got a little collection of things here. In my opinion, if you're not making your own mayonnaise, you should be using Hellmann's mayonnaise. In Austria. I know there's other types of mayonnaise out there, but in my opinion, Hellmann's is the best that I can get a hold of. Also, their vegan mayonnaise, I like to swap it up every now and again because it has a bit of a different taste than the regular mayonnaise. It's a bit more bright. Just give it a try. You'll be pleasantly surprised. So, I'm going to put some of that mayo in there. And also some sour cream. We're going to go with about equal amounts of that. We'll give it a squirt of some mustard. And I've got this little burrito mix that was, sitting back there. And this has got a few of the, the common suspects in it. We got some sweet paprika, sharp paprika, coriander, cumin, ginger, garlic, all the common things that you would find in some seasoning of this type. So we'll give it about that much to start, and then we can always come back and add more later on. Also, the juice of half a lime will go straight in. Now, if you don't have any lime on hand, I would still put a little bit of some sort of vinegar in there, mainly to thin it out and give it some brightness, because it needs to be a bit on the thinner side to make a coleslaw dressing. And we'll go in with a bit of a shake of salt there. So we'll go ahead and get this mixed up, and we'll give it a taste. So I went ahead and gave it a little taster. It needs a bit more of the seasoning. Obviously, this is completely to taste. And you could also use any other pre-board seasoning, or you could make up your own little concoction. Isn't that the joy of cooking? Put in what you want. Okay, for me that's good. Plop it straight into the bowl. Now you could get a spoon to mix all this up, but I have a clean hand and it's gonna work just good. Just as good as any spoon would. So we'll go ahead. Also, as you're mixing it through there, give the cabbage a good squeeze and really start to break it up a little bit. Okay, the next step, get all this fish breaded up. Now I saved you the pain of watching me debone all this fish. Now as you see, I've got some in this bowl here and some there. Now my colleague, where we caught this fish, he told me if you put it in milk, it takes away this super strong fishy flavour. But he's never actually done a side-by-side comparison himself, so I'm going to do one here. So first of all, you're going to go into the flour. This is a simple 3-step breading process, you could say. So in the flour, bang off the excess into the liquid. Also, use the old wet hand, dry hand. It actually does work quite a lot. And into the egg, then panko. I want to really squeeze that panko breading into the actual fish. Especially when you're first starting out with your, breading stuff. You really want to squeeze those first few pieces in there. But as you go on, this will get a little more, liquid into it, and it creates those little clumpy bits that'll actually stick to the fish a lot better. But at the start, you don't have any of that, so that's why your first few pieces always won't be as well breaded as your last piece. So, I'm going to go through and get all this breaded, and then we'll come back. Once you got your fish all breaded up, I'm going to head to the stove where I got some vegetable oil preheated. Next, we're going to make up a little avocado smash. So we're just going to go ahead and halve the avocados. Then we get the pip out, and then just scoop out the flesh. With the avocado, a teaspoon of sour cream, and we'll go in with some lime juice, sprinkle of salt, and we'll go ahead and get the mixing. Now, I want a little bit of texture with this. I don't want it completely smooth, so I want to leave it just a little bit chunky. So once I get to the consistency I'm looking for, we'll give it a taste and see if it needs anything else. Okay, once you got the consistency you're looking for, as you can see, it's got some chunks in there. Go ahead and give it a taste. For me, just another little bit more salt. We'll get that mixed in, and that's just how I want it. So, as you can see, got my oil Well, it's a little bit on the hotter side, but that's just perfect because once we put the fish in, it will come down. As you can see there, as I put the fish in, it's come right down to about 170 to 175 degrees, which is just what we're looking for. My fish has been in for about 3 minutes now, and it's ready to pull out. As you can see, I've got some nice color on them. So we're just gonna remove these to a paper towel lined plate. Because we're using a pot here, any little bits that you scrape off the bottom, all those little bits, we want to go ahead and take those out as we go, otherwise they'll start to burn on the bottom. Also, once you've got these on your plate, you just want to go ahead and hit them with a little bit of salt. Now we're going to go ahead and fry the rest of them. Now it comes time to build. Now I've just got these wheat tortillas from the shop. I think that'll be just fine for this. So, first of all, go down with a bit of a slather of your chunky avocado. And we'll go down with some cabbage. And we're going to go in with some chunks of fish. I don't actually like the taste of a jalapeno, which is kind of strange because I absolutely love chipotles. Go figure. So I'm just going in with some red chili, and then we got some coriander, some fresh coriander or cilantro, depending on where you're from in the world, go on top. Now usually I'm not one to drizzle lime juice all over my food, but I don't know, somehow it makes sense with this dish. And as always, I overfilled my taco, but I'm not mad about it. The theory of soaking the fish in the milk, it does take this, I would say the flavour of the lake that I was, living in a way. But soak it in the milk, lessen that flavour, put a bit of lime juice on it. These are some damn fine tacos.